Yo, what up? All right. So I was trying to figure out what I was going to talk about in this video. Haven't done one of these in a while, but since I haven't done one of these in a while, I figured fuck it, might as well jump off the porch real quick. And I'm struggling to figure out what I'm gonna talk about. And I was gonna talk about this. I was gonna talk about a few different things, but then this morning happened, and I saw another conversation about R.Kelly, and it was sparked by an article I saw online that basically chronicled one reporter chronicling R. Kelly's, for lack of a better term, fucked up predatory ass past, and I figured I would talk about that. How the fuck this dude ain't locked up is a miracle before the altar of any damn deity. I don't even understand, man. Like, this dude, it's well documented that this dude preys on high school girls. And he ain't the only one. I grew up in a small ass town, and underage girls was always dealing with dudes that was old enough to be their uncle or their daddy and shit. And nobody ever thought anything of it. I was weird because I always said that shit was fishy, but what do I know? I'm just some fat little. I was just some fat little kid with thick ass glasses that was just standing off on the side watching this grown ass man get this 12-year-old to get into his cutlass. But what do I know? The fact that this shit went on for so long and was largely unchecked is a problem. One. Two, the fact that he was allowed to just be in McDonald's and go into these high schools and the fact that he was allowed to go into schools, to go to these different schools to visit the music department and walk out with girls is a fucking problem. See, some of the homegirls in Chicago, they've been on Twitter talking about this stuff lately, their experiences with their R. Kelly interactions, you know what I'm saying? Like, and how they were lucky because they don't have those scars from suicide attempts. They didn't get into the car with R. Kelly. They didn't, their mama didn't have to cry because R. Kelly took them home. And so their child wasn't a victim of this shit. It gets to a point where, and what's even more disturbing is the fact that people blame the girls for this shit and not grown ass men who are preying on these girls. And don't think that it's just men that are doing this kind of shit. Don't think that I'm just dropping this shit at the feet of men. I'm bringing up men right now because R. Kelly is happening right now. R. Kelly's probably still doing this shit and nobody's checking him for it. And the fact that we continue as people, we continue to excuse that shit is the most problematic thing of all. Real talk, if somebody was my daughter, if I was somebody's daddy and she told me fucking R. Kelly tried to pick her up at McDonald's and she's like 12 years old, I might be locked up. If my little niece right now at like 11, 12 years old tell me some grown ass man trying to holler at her, first of all, I'm asking my sister and her older brothers what the fuck is wrong with them for not standing up for standing up for her. Secondly, it's gonna be a fucking case because I'm not here for that shit. And any self-respecting adult shouldn't be here for some damn predator out there trying to prey on their fucking kids just because that predator happens to have some fucking money and a record deal. Fucking money and a record deal. Nigga make Trapped in the Closet. That nigga ain't valid. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. R.Kelly and your supporters. The fuck is your life, man? Get your life together.